Am I live yet? Doesn't seem like it. Why am I not live? Oh, cool. Now I'm live. And there was one thing that I needed. What was it? I was gonna play some music. Okay. I wonder how loud this is on stream, because right now the music seems pretty loud to me. But how can I check that? Okay, I could cut off playback, but then I would cut it off over here as well, wouldn't I? Yeah, it's cut off over there. Hmm, interesting. That is not how what I expected. Whatever. Okay, the audio is playing, but I probably won't hear the monitor. I don't know. Then the monitor would still go down. That's the monitor on the speaker. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I think everything is set up. Oh, yeah, no, it's still audible. This is better. Should be better. Okay, so where was I? I am here. I'm gonna go to my boss tree. Okay, the next step is templates, I guess. Hmm. There should be an include keyword. That's how I remember to learn. X and Y minutes PHP include require once PHP blah blah blah. Okay, I have never actually done this before, so let's see. I'm gonna create a new directory called partial. Probably not. Okay, I actually don't know how to write anything in PHP, so I have no idea what I'm doing. There's probably a better way to do this. I don't like this song. If true, print blah blah blah. If false, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, that should be better. Oh, this one's also boring. I don't know how to do string operations in PHP.
A Bengaluru techie has been staying in a Bali resort for free. A businessman in Surat booked an infinity pool in Dubai for his entire family, all for free. Meanwhile, a Mumbai couple booked their honeymoon in Paris, again for free. All three cases traced back to a single source. Turn all your daily spends into free stays. Issued by Federal Bank. TNCs apply.
Hmm. So there is something there. Oh, okay. Hmm. There are booleans. There are booleans, right? The following will only be true if the values match and the type is the same. Okay, I guess there aren't any booleans per se. Okay, it's a regex like this. Yep. Oh. Okay. Is that how I do a negation? Nope. Alright, that's cool. Maybe I'll just use this. I didn't have to do that. Just had to change where I save the where I put thing, but oh, right, because got it. Nice. But nice. Very nice. This is nice. So right now what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if the request comes from curl, and if it comes from curl there's no style sheet included. Pretty cool. And completely unnecessary because we're not going to be requesting this from curl, but hey, I just want to try this out. Okay, so I have a way to include the style sheet, but I don't have a style sheet. Well, that's silly. I don't know how to set a variable. That was very silly. Okay. Okay. Well, I keep forgetting to terminate the lines. Okay, that wasn't the problem. Okay. Terminate the line here as well. Okay. There's a lot of It still says undefined. Oh wait, undefined variable, but it also says okay. Warning. Is set. If is set. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Whatever. Hmm. Okay, so I should actually be converting this to Kubernetes now. Oh, I didn't even have a Podman. Yes, yeah, I didn't have one. Okay, so I'm gonna do Podman pod create W journal. Podman pod rmw journal because I need Podman create with publish 56782 5678. Then Podman generate on W journal. Cool. So now I do Podman create pod is equal to W journal. Okay, I think that's about right. I'm gonna call this name php.wjournal. Then I'm just gonna adjust that. It's running interactive. So we do the oh, Podman. Okay, maybe this will just do replace. Replace. Cool. Now if I did Podman generate on W journal, get something like this. Save the output of this file and use kube control create f to import it into Kubernetes. API version v1 kind is pod metadata blah 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 blah. Creation timestamp labels name. Containers args image name ports volume mounts and volumes. This is running, right? So does it work? It does not. because it doesn't do IP 27.0.0.1 5678. This will work. Okay, so if I'm doing something to this should be done in okay. So Oddman kill W journal. Yeah, let's see if this works. Seems like it did. Just dev. Then it's already running, so I'll just do this. That's not what I need. It works. Cool. So I have a pod. Let's see how this looks. Postpath, blah blah blah. Container. Huh. There's no change at all. Okay, so this aside, I need to create another container, but first I'm gonna have to look at Tailwind. Okay, we're gonna go to version 4 docs. Installation using post uses using Vite, create a project. Tailwind CLI. Standalone executable. Okay. So how do we do this? Do I just download this? Is that a good idea? Okay, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna stop the stream for today. So I need an image that gets me Tailwind CSS because I don't want to put that inside the PHP container. So we're gonna have container file dot development. We're gonna have a new file, container file dot tailwind css dot development. Sure. Actually, there is no reason to distinguish development and oh no, there is, because in development this is going to be watchful. So from Alpine 3.22 run curl What is the file type on this? File type, file type, file type, file type, file type. Class modified, accept range, content type, rocket stream. So yeah, that's the executable. Oh no, it's called location, right? Man call location. Yeah. Location. Fail. Show error.
Meanwhile, a Mumbai couple booked their honeymoon in Paris, again for free. All three cases traced back to a single source.
Yeah, it's show error and I need talent.
Into free stays. Issued by Federal Bank. TNCs apply.
Show error silent. Pa, 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 pa. This is gonna be weird. Need to set an input and an output file. So that means I also need a volume. And I need the content directory. So how do I do all of that at once? Work there. Source. Actually, what happens when you set Docker file volume? What is the volume instruction in a Docker file? Creates a mount point with the specified name and marks it as holding externally mounted volumes from native hosts or other containers. The value can be a JSON array or a plain string with multiple arguments. Okay. There's nothing special happening actually. So volume is sort of an internal representation. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Okay, maybe I'll just set this to entry point then. I could set up watch. Tailwind CSS and then Tailwind CLI and Tailwind install blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. npx Tailwind CSS input output and then there's watch. So this input and output, I will set it in command and watch can be part of. That should work. Okay, this should work. So now I need to go back to my just file. There's containerize. Well, now there's another image to build. Okay, so where is our problem? Curl is not found. Wonderful. Um, I'm guessing wget is installed. Why is it always wget? I don't know how to use wget. Uh, wget post data post file output file log file. What is y? Use proxy. Use string for user agent log file log file log file. Quiet. Continue retrieval of aborted transfer. Save to there show server response. Save to file. Okay, so I think those are all the settings that I can set that I want to set. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Wget. Just build dev images. Good status 1 build step failed on while running. Does not say why. Does BusyBox not support combined flags? Oh wait, TW version's empty. Don't know if it's supposed to be. Version 4.11. What is it? 14.4. Oh, I need to do chmod after this, but okay. So the problem was with the variable then. And run chmod plus x user local bin css. It still failed. Why? That's weird. Arg. Default values, a scope, user build arg using arg variables. Blah blah blah. Docker build, predefined arg, blah blah blah, blah blah. Automatic platform arg, blah blah blah. Backed and build caching on build. Okay. Cont image version is equal to hello. Cont image ver. So why is it not working? That should have worked. Generic error code, okay. So where is the problem? Wait. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong file. It's supposed to be capital O, but wrong flag, but that's not the only issue. Oh. Oh, is that what this is? Okay, server returned 404 not found. Okay, I've been putting the log in that file and stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where's the GitHub page? Where is the GitHub page?
I like to be liked. No, I love it. When I enter, the world skips a beat. When I arrive, I bring the heat. I never come alone. I bring all the hype. Owned. Bring the hype.
Okay, just to check. Let's do it with the full file URL. Just build images and it seems to be working. Okay, that worked. So that means that I'm not using the argument which I'm setting. So why is the argument not working? Okay, if I take off the Q, I should be able to see some more. So I'm going to take off the Q, put it in an S. Now show me the error logs. Connecting to GitHub server, error not found, 404. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe Podman doesn't support args in the same way. Okay, so I'm gonna try wrapping it and see if that helps. Did not help. Why does it not work? Double quotes around the URL. I don't think that's what the problem is. Let's see though. Nope, it's not that. But I am thinking of something else. So I was thinking, let me just do echo. So run echo tw version. So just build the dev images, run echo. So the variable is working. I mean, the arg variable is working as it's supposed to. When I'm trying to fetch, it gives me a 404 for some reason. I don't understand why. Because the same URL works when I'm doing it from outside. Okay, maybe I'll do echo. Oh, actually, no, it's not that either. Wait, let me try this once. So wget s. I think I have a typo. No, not a typo either. So where was I? wget so, that's the output file path, and that's the URL. If I just click on this, oh, interesting. Why is it 404? Huh? I'm so confused because, wait, I copied the URL from there. Tailwind Labs. Okay, this is very silly. It was 404 all along. It was not a problem with Podman or Docker or anything. So GitHub gives me a URL, but the URL doesn't work. When I click on it, somehow it downloads a file, but it's not the URL that's showing up in my browser. What are you doing, GitHub? What? It keeps downloading it, but I'm not sure where it's downloading it from. Oh, wait. Oh. Wait. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's doing a 301, but then why is it not working in wget? That's the thing. Does have follow redirects? Redirects? I don't know. I feel like wget is not redirecting because when I tried it with curl, it did redirect. So curl. Yes, but I enabled it. So I did I and then no wait. Is this a 404? No, it's a 302. It's supposed to be a 302. But if I do I with L, I'm using the same URL. I get a 200 at the end with file type of bitstream. So for some reason, it's just not working with wget. Headers. So wget s and then the URL. It works outside. Okay, but this is not BusyBox. This is just, I don't know, some other wget, probably GNU. Okay, let me try doing this inside of a container. So wget what? I don't understand. Or is it just the order? It's not the order either. Can you copy the wget command exactly from podman output and try it in this container? Okay. Okay, I have to create. Let's do. So this is the command that I was running, right? It's using a weird cache, even though that step failed. Podman build cache from cachectl cache no cache. Podman image prune. No, it's not image prune. Oh, it worked. Cool. Okay, so this is the command that I'm trying to run. Just to do. I'm going to delete the echo. Do a real wget. Oh, no, it's connecting and then it's failing. Okay. That's not the address of GitHub. That's what the problem is. So it's like the build is not using the internet. Who is this? But I don't even know what address this is. Direct allocation organization is Microsoft. Um Podman build does not have access to internet. Podman build rootless network configuration. Why doesn't okay? Blah 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 blah. Why did you think that IP was not GitHub? Because when I do it outside, so when I'm doing curl, okay, or wget, I do wget. What? It gave me a different URL here. I mean, a different IP address here. Okay, now that you ask me, I realize it could have just been GitHub because it was on my Microsoft, but I was not. I thought it was a different IP address, and so it's not GitHub. Maybe I was wrong. And it's 404 again, and I don't understand how or why. And this is still 404 too. Do you have any idea, Selvon? Yeah, Selvon. Or is that an M? I think that's an R. That's an R, right? Selvon. Do you have any other ideas, Selvon? Thank you. Okay. What else can I do? Version is wrong. Oh. Oh. Oops. No, it's still. What is it supposed to be? 14 dot? It's 1.14? What? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That explains it. Yay. Thanks a lot. Okay, but I don't want this to be so loud, so I'm just going to put the quiet back in there. Nice. Well, so now I have an image, but I need to figure out how to use the image. So this is going to be an image within the same pod with some additional stuff. Okay, let's see. Made a lot of changes. Let me try get the okay. What's in my just file? I'm gonna undo this hook. Then containerize and build dev images. Cool. So this is fine. Stage, tailwind CSS image plus more logical just file targets. Okay, push. Cool. Thank you again, Selvon. So now what I need to do is, let's see. So okay, so for the sake of argument, we're going to go inside index.php, body, and this is going to be a paragraph that has the class of text sky blue 400. Okay, now I need to figure out how to set up Tailwind for this. So Tailwind is going to go through all PHP files. We're going to create a new file, call it tailwind.config. Can I call these? Tailwind CLI using your blah 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 configuration compatibility dark mode responsive design. Components, documentation, playground courses, editor setup, compatibility, installation. Does Tailwind not have a configuration file anymore? I'm pretty sure it does. Styling with blah 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 blah. Trainer configuration. Oh, that is not what I wanted. That's weird. Where's the configuration file? Custom sounds? That should be the one. It is not the one. So there's no separate configuration file? Okay. Content. Marketing, components, contents, display, core concepts, features, contents. Oh. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is podman image ls podman image not podman run it rm tailwind css development shell. Oh, 3 point no such file or directory level error blah 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 blah. Okay, the container doesn't work, but that I will check in a second. Hmm? Oh no. It seems like this doesn't work on Alpine. Missing dynamic library. Uh, my container should be. Yeah, I'm checking. File which tailwind. But my container should also be x64, 64-bit, and for GNU Linux 3.2. I feel like that might be the problem. I'll check in a second. What's the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to check the arch. So you name. No, it's M. Yeah, 64-bit. So it's not the architecture that's a problem. It is GNU. I'm gonna try doing APK on GCC. This is not the best way. Oh wait, GCC didn't give me most of the stuff, I think. Nope. Okay, let's see. File. Okay, dynamically linked interpreter is LD Linux. Okay, so that's what I need. Okay, so I have. Okay. Yeah, so this is a very GNU targeted build, which is why it's not working in Alpine. So I could build it in Alpine, or oh, I just copied this one. Yeah, that's it. There's a separate version. I should have used this version instead of that. So back to my container file. Whoops. Da, 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 da. PW. Yeah. I actually find this whole process quite interesting though. So it's pretty interesting to keep working like this. And I haven't even started my actual application. This whole part, it's been what? Right now it's been 3 hours since I started this project and I'm still in the containers. Part of it is because I'm using PHP and I've never used PHP, so I have no idea what I'm doing. These are so fun. Okay, download is complete. So now what I need is oh, it seems like it's still failing. Symbol not found, symbol not found. Did I get the wrong architecture by any chance? No, this is x64. Da-da-da, no such file or directory. Okay, I need lib gcc and lib stdc++. apk add lib g++. Wait, g++? Lib gcc. Okay, and lib stdc++. Okay, so now Tailwind should work. It works. Wonderful. So that okay, I don't need this. Run apk add no cache lib stdc++ and lib what was the other one? G++? GCC? Lib GCC. Nice. Okay, so it's input output. There's watch. Watch is always to keep watching when stdin is closed. Minify, optimize, cwd, map, and help. Okay. So yeah, let me see. I'm gonna just try something very quick. Vi test.html. Yeah, I will mount a local volume. Yeah, not a local volume. What's it called? A bind mount. So this is going to be the developer containment. So development container. So that's going to be separate, and then I'm going to have another one for production later on. So now I'm going to do tailwind. Okay, I need vi input.css. I actually don't remember how to use Tailwind CSS, and Tailwind CSS4 changes some stuff. Let's see. Installation, and then what is this? Okay, not using Beat. So Tailwind CLI, npx, blah blah blah. Watch. So input is source input.cc, and output is okay. Doesn't tell me what to put in input.cc. CSS. What language do you usually code in? Not PHP. Usually it's JavaScript, but the language that I'm most confident in would be Bash. I also code in C, but like just for fun, very small programs, not like actual applications. Mostly just JavaScript, to be honest. JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Interesting. So it seems like Tailwind CSS. Okay, it seems like Tailwind CSS has completely taken out the configuration file and put everything inside the CSS file. This does not make sense to me, but I'm just going to try this. So that's enough. Tailwind CSS input is input.css, output is output.css. Oh. Okay. Oh. Huh. But there's layers. Text, sky. Sky did not detect it. Okay, let's see. Installation Tailwind CLI. You work professionally too, not in code. I did work in software for some time, but there was like very freelance work and not long term, it was very short term stuff. Okay, in V4, you import Tailwind using a regular CSS import statement, not using the Tailwind directives used in V3. Removed a bunch of utilities. Okay, renamed some other utilities, updated shadow, blah blah blah. Using a JavaScript. JavaScript config files are still supported for backward compatibility, but they're no longer detected automatically in V4. Okay. Okay, so there's no config file, that much is clear. Which means I can also just put it directly here. So there was something about detecting files. Files, data setup, compatibility, responsive, detecting classes and source files. How classes tail, scanning your project utility classes, then generating all the necessary CSS based on styles, classes you've actually used. Tailwind treats all your source files as plain text and doesn't attempt to actually pass, okay? Tries to generate for all these tokens, throwing away any tokens that don't map to utility class the framework knows about. Cool. Which files are scanned? Files not in, okay, files, CSS files, common package manager log files. Cool. So this file should have worked. Okay, kind of understood how this works, but I'm also not sure why this didn't work. Hmm. Okay, no, this is wait. Test.html does not exist. What? What do I call it? What do you mean the source does not exist? That's a base path, not actual file. Oh, is that okay? But I think you could also include files. Which file the scanner explicitly registering sources, setting a base path, but ignoring specific paths. Okay, you're right. Okay, it's only folders. Okay. Oh, okay. It's not getting sky. Did it change? Okay. I have a feeling just Tailwind has changed something. So test.html, I'm just gonna do. Maybe I'm calling it wrong. Maybe it's not sky blue. I'm gonna leave it as blue, and I'm also gonna do underline and font bold. Maybe also some metallic. Okay. Okay. So there's no color called sky blue. That was my mistake. Colors. Those are way fewer colors than I remember. Oh, it was just sky. There's no sky blue. That's where I made the mistake. Ah, I love Tailwind. Before I used to hate styling, but Tailwind's really cool. So it just goes through your source files, looks for class names, and gives you like so you set a class name like where is it? So you set a class name like BG Sky 950 and it's mapped internally to something else. Or it's mapped internally to. They've changed the documentation here, so I don't know how to. Okay, yeah, this one. So if you set a class like color gray 50, it's mapped to this. So if you do BG gray 50, it sets the background to this color. So it's all inside your HTML where you keep making small changes. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can show you a demonstration. So, okay, so I don't need to do anything else then. I'm just gonna check if PHP files will work. Move index, move test.html to test.php. Remove output.css and then quickly tailwind. Cool. So now I need to do podman run detached pod is equal to wjournal volume mount from here to do I just do site? I can just do site, right? Site to source. Do I make it read-only? Do I not make it read-only? I'll need to make it read-only. But I do need the input, so... Okay, so I need a new file here. Style.css. This is gonna do the import of Tailwind CSS. Yeah, Tailwind CSS. Okay. So podman run dpod is equal to wjournal. I'm tempted to set a tempfs for the output.
Attention citizens, official reports confirm a Bengaluru techie has been staying in a Bali resort for free. A businessman in Surat booked an infinity pool in Dubai for his entire family, all for free. Meanwhile, a Mumbai couple booked their honeymoon in Paris, again for free. All three.
Oh, I need to rebuild the images. Just build dev images.
Turn all your daily spends into free stays. Issued by Federal Bank. TNCs apply.
Watchman not found. Okay. Okay, so it's not a problem, but for some reason it did exit. Oh, okay. So why did it exit the first time? Oh, because standard input was closed. Cool. So, da, da, da. What is that one? Watch is equal to always. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what I have. Stage, save, add dependent. So this has to be get ignored. So hey, there you go. Close this. I'm gonna put this over there. So are you still watching, Selbon? Because you've been quiet and I've been distracted figuring stuff out. Hey, hello there. Okay, so Let me show you how Tailwind does stuff. So it's watching this file. Okay, let me show you the pods. So there's two pods. One is the PHP pod, the other one is the Tailwind pod. The Tailwind pod is watching. And so every time I make a change here, it's going to read it and regenerate the index, the style sheet. So let me show you. Oops. So style.css, and let's see. There's too many other stuff. Okay, it's at the end. Text sky 400 and 800. So if I were to make a change here, I'm gonna set this to 500 now. Now, if I reload the style sheet, I'm only looking at the style sheet right now. So you see, because I added the 500 over here, there's another class for 500 over here. And these are like predefined somewhere above, somewhere here. So these values are predefined. So it keeps changing. So now if I were to do, I can just very easily add, it's not just HTML files, it's everything. It used to be whatever files you told it to scan, but now it's looking at all files. So it can also do React. It can do, if you were using a Go file, for example, with Temple, and you had CSS classes inside the Go or the Java or the CSS, it doesn't matter. I mean, or C, it doesn't matter. It's just looking at all source files, everything that's text file, and it's looking for classes, whatever looks like a HTML class. It looks at it, and then if it already has the name map, for example, it has to be a very specific name like text sky 500. So if there's some text like that anywhere, ta-da! So now why this is cool is I can do stuff like text center. I can do something like font bold. Just so what else can I do? So I could also do something like BG pink 300. And I'm going to reduce the opacity to 30. No, that's too light. 50. There's also something like font uppercase. You are almost never writing CSS by hand. You're always adding classes. So this is what's called atomic CSS. So normally the traditional way of doing it was you would set up different blocks. So you'd have like a sidebar, and then you'd customize the sidebar with individual, style declarations. But instead of that, now you just keep throwing in classes. So these are classes that you can keep reusing across different elements. So just because I used uppercase here doesn't mean I cannot use it somewhere else. So if I were to have, let's say I had a heading, a paragraph, let's say this was a heading. And then I had a paragraph, and it says, hello. So then I could still use uppercase here again. And why it's called atomic is even if I delete this, it doesn't affect anything else, because I'm only deleting one usage of the class. I'm not changing the class itself. So just because I change the style of this paragraph, I don't have to be worried that it might change the style elsewhere. So if I were using uppercase somewhere else and then I changed it, then I have to be like, oops. But now I don't have to worry about that. You can customize it, but I almost never have to. I would customize it only when I have too many classes. When my list of classes becomes way too long, I feel like at that point it's a component. So then I would set a component inside my style sheet. So where is it? Style.css. So I'd have something like my heading. And then I could use something like this. I don't know if it's still applicable in version 4. Uppercase. apply BG pink 300 with an opacity of 50. I know this makes it so much easier. So now there's almost nothing for me to think. I can just be like, okay, I want this to be bold, so I'm just gonna, say font bold. Yes, yes. You could just do it the old-fashioned way, but this is so when you do it this way, you kind of have some uniformity. So let me show you one more thing. Let me just do this. What was I calling this? My header. Is it not my header? Oh, it's my heading. Sorry. That's my heading. It's not working. I am not sure why. Da, 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 da. I think this is something that's changed in version 4. Doesn't seem to work like it used to. Might have to do something like layer components. Your classes are declarative in the sense that reading them, you understand what is happening. Previously, a class would. Yes. Yes. Exactly. So you don't have to think about anything. So I'm just looking at some text and then I decide, okay, I want this to be bold. I can just be like, font bold. I'm done. I don't have to think about what do I name this class and then where do I go change my, where do I put this in the style sheet. None of that. It's just font bold. Done. Then I want this to be aligned to the right. I do text right. Well, that was, yeah. The one more reason why you might want to do what I did over there, why you would want to use apply is something called, for uniformity, sorry. So I have something like MY4. So M is margin, Y is the Y axis, and you're setting it to 4. So now you have like the value, the numbers are predefined by Tailwind. So 4 is, I think it's like 0.8 rem, and this way you can keep it uniform. So you want to use MY4 across different components, you can just use it inside your custom style as well. So that way, if I did something like apply MY4, I don't need to think about the width. I don't need to think about the units. I don't need to think about the size because Tailwind already defined it. So I would also do something like apply MX4. And I could have just done the M4. So that way I would have it for both. But I'm not getting custom styles for some reason. Adding custom styles theme using arbitrary values, theme arbitrary properties, using custom CSS, adding base style, my custom style. Why is it not working? And there's a lot of sensible, sane defaults as well. So there's automatic changes for color scheme. Oh, one more cool thing. So if I were to say something like, let's see, dark, then I could set the font text white. Class is equal to dark BG black. So my operating system is usually set to black, to dark mode by default. So I can tap into those things as well. So if the user prefers dark, the BG is going to be black. If the user prefers light mode, then the BG is going to be white. So you can set stuff like this. And what's another? Okay, hover. Let's do hover. So hover, text, pink, 400. So now if I'm hovering over this, all of this is just like normal CSS. It's just another pseudo class. But now I can put it right here and it makes everything so much easier. Okay, so I don't think the old apply works. That is probably why it is not doing anything. Seems like they took away the apply keyword. That was there in version 3, but it seems like it's not there anymore in version 5, version 4. No wait, apply, using apply bundle separately. Oh, it's supposed to work. Using apply directive to inline any existing utility classes into your own custom CSS, and I cannot put it all in one line. That's cool. Yeah, now it's working. So I'm gonna do padding instead of. Oh. Okay, so watch is not reloading when I change style. Tailwind CSS's watch is not reloading against the input file, which is why it's not updating. But yeah, that's Tailwind CSS, and I have something that works with the PHP files that I'm working on. So, got what I needed for today. Well, Salvan, I'm gonna log off now. If you're still watching. Thank you for hanging out and for helping me. Bye bye.